Greetings, loved ones. Yesterday, we began a discussion of the truth about abusers and what to do, and how you can spot an abuser before it's too late. Today, we're going to continue this discussion. To help get these messages out, please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, hit that like button, and please share these messages with others because you never know, just by doing so, you may save a life. Sometimes the threat of violence is all the abuser needs to control you, like a terrorist. The best time to escape violence is in the build-up stage. Some victims will provoke an attack to get it over with because their anxiety and fear is so great. After an attack, abusers say how sorry they are and they promise never to repeat it. Do not believe their promises. Many times, victims stay. So why do victims stay in a violent situation? There are many reasons. Statistics show that victims of violence endure an average of up to 7 attacks. The dominant reason is dependency, control by the abuser, shame about the abuse, and the dysfunctional nature of the relationship lowers the victim's self-esteem and confidence and often causes the victim to withdraw from friends and family, creating even more fear and dependency on the abuser. The abuse itself is experienced as an emotional rejection with the threat of being abandoned. This triggers feelings of shame and fears of more abuse and abandonment in the victim, which are then relieved during the honeymoon phase. Then victims hope the abuser will change. After all, there are good times between episodes of abuse. There are reasons why the person loves or once loved the abuser, and often children are involved. Abusers can have a Jekyll and Hyde personality. Dr. Jekyll is often charming and romantic, perhaps successful, and makes pronouncements of love. You love Dr. Jekyll and make excuses for Mr. Hyde. You may not see that the whole person is the problem. If you had had a painful relationship with a parent growing up, you can actually confuse love and pain. So here's several reasons why victims stay in their violent situation and why they don't leave. First of all, it could be finances, or they have nowhere to live. They have no outside emotional support. There are childcare concerns, and they believe they are the cause of the abuse. They deny, minimize, and rationalize the abuse. They have low self-esteem and confidence, and they love their abuser. It's not about ending the relationship. It's about ending the violence. If you're a victim of abuse, you feel ashamed. You've been humiliated, and your self-esteem and confidence have been undermined. You hide the abuse from people close to you, often to protect the reputation of the abuser and because of your own shame. An abuser uses tactics to isolate you from friends and loved ones by criticizing them and making remarks designed to force you to take sides. You are either for them or you are against them. If the abuser feels slighted, then you must take his or her side, or you're befriending the enemy. This is designed to increase control over you and your dependence upon him or her. So what are the steps that you can take? Let's talk about that. What can you do? It is essential that you build outside resources and talk about what's going on in your relationship. A professional is the best person because you can build your self-esteem and learn how to help yourself without feeling judged or rushed into taking action. If you can't afford private individual therapy, learn all you can from books and online resources like these videos, join online forums, and find a support group at a local battered women's shelter. Do this even if it means keeping a secret. You are entitled to your own privacy. To avoid getting involved with an abuser when you're dating, beware of somebody who, 1, insists on having his or her own way and will not compromise. Someone who has outbursts of anger, is rude to others, criticizes you or your family, is jealous, possessive, paranoid, or even threatens you. Pay attention to these signs despite the fact. Pay attention to these signs despite the fact that the person is pursuing you and expressing love and affection. An abuser will not risk becoming abusive until he or she is confident that you won't leave. First, they'll try to win over you and isolate you from friends and families. So see if they respect your boundaries. Often, violence doesn't start until after marriage or the birth of a child, when you're less likely to leave. But it can also escalate when you try to leave. This is why it's imperative to have a plan and support. Don't wait for the next attack. If you are threatened with abuse, call 911 and they can help you safely leave. Some other steps you can take to prepare for an emergency are: open a bank and credit cards in your name, have a safe place to go at a friend or relative's house, have a bag packed at that place with necessary valuables and important legal papers like passport, bank information, credit cards, phone book, and money, and also pack clothes for your children and some toys. Alert your neighbors to call the police if they hear loud noises or suspect danger. Make extra car and house keys. Hide a car key outside so you can get away quickly. And if there is a weapon in the home, remove it. Remember, by not confronting abuse to avoid the risk of losing someone's love, you risk losing yourself. With 1 in 3 women experiencing domestic violence worldwide, the question is not if you'll encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. Those who suffer violence need to know that those who love them and those who don't even know them will step out and reach out to help them have the courage to leave before it's too late. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button, and please share these messages with others, because you never know, just by doing so, you may save a life. This series is dedicated in honor of Gabby Petito. Please check out the website, the foundation that her family has created in her honor at GabbyPetitoFoundation.org. If you are a victim of violence, listen to me and know this: you are valued, you are loved, you are intelligent, and you are beautiful. God doesn't want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live free from violence in peace and tranquility. And there is a way out. It is not your fault. Abuse is not love. If you are a victim of violence and find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. Aside from that, reach out to somebody. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the truth about domestic violence murders. Until then, God bless you.